Hey everybody, welcome back to The Art of Fiction with Kyle O'Connor. So this one is a short story I wrote probably 4 or 5 years ago for a flash fiction contest. I believe it had a 500 word limit, so definitely a short one, but it's really one of my favorite pieces, I think, of anything I've ever written. And yeah, let's dive right in, and I hope you enjoy. I miss snapshots. I should clarify, Polaroids. I miss Polaroids. They were special, each one a talisman protecting and preserving the human experience, a clue to unraveling the past, which often grows murky and inconsistent almost as soon as the next moment arrives. My identical twin sister and I, when we were in grade school, used to sit cross legged on the shaggy brown family room floor and spread out the hundreds of Polaroid pictures my parents had taken over the years as if they were pieces of a huge jigsaw puzzle. We'd giggle at certain ones, choke on tears while taking in others, especially the dozen or so of Cody, our bear of a black lab with a swath of white on his chest that slept in our room every night of his 8.5 years. We called him Moon Boy, after the species of Asiatic bear. We didn't look at these ones often, though, because these pictures still possess the ability to generate pain within us. We preferred to laugh, so we focused on the ones showing good times, like when Papa fell asleep on the couch halfway through decorating our Christmas tree, and Tia and I saw how many ornaments and knickknacks we could balance on him before he woke up. Mama never laughed harder. Most people say we look like her. They say mini-me's, but she's Selena reincarnated, especially when she smiles. I don't see that in myself. Today is my wedding day. My parents are all smiles, but the fear behind their eyes isn't well hidden. I understand. Isla, ia mia, solo tienes viente. Mama must have said this a dozen times since I broke the news to them last year, breathless, my face flushed with excitement and nervousness. Papa never actually spoke directly on my engagement. El gran dia, he would always refer to it as, followed by the setting of his jaw and a slip of air squeezing past clammed lips. I always imagined it as the sound of a ferret passing gas. My resultant mirth-filled snort never went over well. Today is that big day. So then, why do I feel so small? As I look around at everything my family and friends have done to make me feel special, garlands and flowers and the intricately folded swan napkins and all the food, loneliness surrounds me, sits weighty on my shoulders. Heavier even than my backpack freshman year at Stanford, when I foolishly kept each of my dozen or so textbooks inside it all day, every day. Scoliosis is more painful than most people realize. The Gothic cathedral in which my union was consecrated less than an hour ago isn't as large as the one Papa preferred, but I love how it stands 30 paces from the bluffs, stoic, unyielding, like a widow watching the horizon for her sailor to return, refusing to turn her back to hope. My hand buzzes. Next moment, I'm on Instagram. My eyes automatically flick to the little hollow heart. A red dot below it. Yes. Acknowledgement. Validation. More nails in the foundation of my fenced-in existence. I touch my face. Warm and real and substantive. But on my screen, with the duck lips, filtered tan, the flattering angle, it appears artificial. Highly processed. Like Lay's potato chips. Light, fluffy, and oh so perfectly salty. Bile rises in my throat. Lightheadedness follows. My phone, an iPhone X, as insubstantial as the compact in my purse, feels like a brick in my hand. Rooted to the spot, I gaze at the hundreds of guests smiling, laughing, drinking, eating. The flashes of smartphone cameras light the dusk sky. Moments captured. Time frozen. I wander past the cathedral toward the rocky cliffs, alone. The last vestiges of sunshine, whispers on my visual horizon, reflect off the gently swaying ocean. I can just make out a buoy in the distance, several hundred yards away, bobbing in response to the tide. For some reason, I can't look away. Now at the edge of the cliff, a brine-soaked breeze presses lace to my skin, ruffles the veil that has found its way back down over my face. I lift it. Darkness has fallen completely. I glance back to the crowd. At this point, mere balls of light and snatches of garbled sound. My phone buzzes again. The vibration hasn't left my hand before my eyes dart to the glowing screen. A message appears at the very top. Cardi B #1 fan commented on a post you were tagged in. My thumb robotically performs a postmodern sign of the cross, and the familiar purple icon appears. One tap transports me inside the Instagram app. The tiny heart icon, empty, clear, has a red dot below it. Mine leaps. Cardi B #1 fan commented on your post. Yes, girl, get it. The picture is of me and Tony right after we said, I do. His right hand's in his tux pocket, and mine stuffed into the burgundy clutch handed to me by my maid of honor, Celia. We're searching for our phones. His left arm is partly resting on my hip. I unsuccessfully try to recall the sensation, the weight of his touch. His arm is right there. I see it, but I can't feel it. With some difficulty, I liberate my gaze and look out at the ocean, wondering if I'll ever comprehend its vastness. I breathe in salty air. A floral, sweet undertone, like elderflower, envelops my tongue. The brick in my hand, so heavy, starts to slip. I let it fall, and then I return to my friends and family.